I was gonna see where my sister was sitting, so we don't look for her. Wait, where are we going?
Good afternoon, parents and students, ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests. Welcome to Washington Virtual Academy's 2018 graduation ceremony. My name is Mark Cristiano. I'm the head of school of Washington Virtual Academies and your host for this afternoon. Our flag salute will be led by ASB graduating seniors, Miss Haley Davis and Miss Alice Wagner. Please rise for the flag salute and remain standing for the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ms. Davis and Ms. Wagner. Please remain standing for the national anthem that will be sung by one of our 9th grade WAVA students, Miss Leah Murray.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ms. Harrington. You may be seated. At this time, I am honored to introduce you to the principal of Washington Virtual Academy High School, Mrs. Jamie Evans.
Goodness, we've made it. Good afternoon, parents, friends of graduates, faculty, and the graduating class of 2018. It's with great honor that I welcome you to the commencement ceremonies for these fine young adults. Just so you know, we have 171 graduates this year. That is far I'd like to acknowledge the parents who've helped and supported your sons and daughters to succeed in completing their high school education. Today we celebrate a milestone. I'd like to thank the WAVA High School staff and the faculty for the amazing work that they do, it helps to create this and maintain a culture of achievement and acceptance here at WAVA High School. Our school is an extraordinary place for our students to learn, to grow, and to succeed. At Washington Virtual Academies, we work daily to create a school where students are safe, they're prepared, respected, and perhaps most importantly, included. We support each of you and we stand by each of you. The teachers and staff at WAVA are here to work with students of every religion, every political belief, every gender, every ethnicity, every disability, and from every background. You all matter to us and we support you. We're here to help you learn and have productive conversations about worldwide events to gain skills necessary for you to become an active contributor to a positive community, be it here at school, in your hometown, or elsewhere. Graduates, as you leave our school and begin your journey as young adults, I challenge you to think about what you can do on a daily basis in your community to show that you value a world of safety, respect, and differences, as well as inclusiveness for all. Your contributions have a significant impact on tomorrow's future. Even small acts can have meaningful results over time. I congratulate the class of 2018 by completing this first step towards your chosen path. It's a milestone to be honored and shared with family and friends. With those thoughts, I welcome you. I'm thankful you're able to attend and share in this memorable day. It's my privilege to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is our salutatorian at Washington Virtual Academies. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Franzen Villavicencio.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Franzen Villavicencio. If you're a student here, you may have seen my name in some class connects or discussion threads. If you're a parent, you probably haven't. For some reason, they asked me to speak today, and I don't know why I said yes, but here we are. So let's see how this goes. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the teachers, counselors, and friends who have helped us all these past 4 years. And a special thanks to all of you parents and family members that supported us and trusted us to get our assignments done, even if YouTube and Facebook were only a few clicks away. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be standing in front of you all now, or have the opportunity to continue learning next fall when I start college. Graduates, congratulations on surviving high school. While it seems very cliche to say, this is only the beginning of your journey. You might think that after today, we're done with learning for a while. Wrong. There's still so much we don't know. I mean, I don't know about you, but I still don't know how to file taxes or pay bills. But for today, I want to talk to all of you briefly about something that has helped me, and I know will help you move towards success in life: perseverance. How many times do you do something perfectly the first time? I guess not very often. Generally, you fail the first time. But how often are you likely to give up right then and there? I hope you don't stop right there. According to the Oxford Dictionary, perseverance is defined as persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. While you may think you'll succeed on your first try, it's not always the case. Trial and error is something needed to move closer to success. I learned that the hard way after using up about a gallon of vinegar to form hot ice in Mr. Holmes' chemistry class. But I did it, and I got my extra credit. For today, I'd like to share an example of someone that I believe exemplifies perseverance: KFC's Colonel Sanders. Now, I'm not talking about the one you see on commercials. I'm talking about the OG Colonel Harlan Sanders. Sanders didn't start promoting his fried chicken until the last years of his life. He originally operated a small business prior to starting his Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise, but he was forced to sell it due to the implementation of an interstate. Sanders spent his $105 Social Security check to travel from restaurant to restaurant, trying to convince owners to serve and sell his chicken on their menu. He was rejected over 1,000 times and laughed at for his white suit. It wasn't until 1952, at the age of 62, that he finally opened the first KFC in Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, there's KFCs all over the country and even overseas, and it's considered to be the second largest chain in the world. If Sanders decided, after that first rejection, to stop trying to promote his chicken, he would never have been able to open up his first franchise. He would never see his franchise growing to the size that it is, nor would we ever have the chance to taste his 11-spice pressure-cooked fried chicken. Despite his age, and knowing he could retire after his first restaurant, Sanders persevered through the rejections and humiliation to become the well-known figure he is today. To summarize, it may take several tries before you reach whatever goal you're aiming for. After today, you'll experience many shortcomings, whether it be in work, school, or whatever you have planned. You may not always succeed on your first attempt, but you get to choose how you move forward. When you fail, you could say, that's it, I'm done, maybe flip over a table. Or say, all right, I'll try it again. I hope you go into that next opportunity learning from that failed experience and striving to do better. You never know which attempt will help you move closer to your goal. Please don't hate me when I say this, but I hope you all fail. Because perseverance is failing 99 times and succeeding the 100th. So that's it. That's the end of my speech. I hope you take something from it, or at least start craving some KFC. Whatever it is you choose to do after today, I wish you all the best. Thank you for being here, and once again, congratulations, class of 2018.
Well, goodness, that makes me want some KFC. Thank you, that was terrific. Hey, this year we're proud to announce that we have two valedictorians. They're Miss Kayla Manamura and Mr. Abdul Muhammad. Mr. Muhammad is here to hear from him now. Please give him a warm round of applause. Mr. Abdul Muhammad.
Good afternoon, teachers, WAVA administrators, friends, family, and fellow graduates. Such an honor to be the valedictorian for the class of 2018. Before I get started, I just want to let you know I showed my speech to my counselor and a couple of friends and family. They said it was great, so if you don't like it, you're wrong. When I was asked to deliver a speech today at graduation, I wasn't really sure what I was going to talk about, but wow. After 4 long years of hard work, here we are sitting at our graduation. Each of us has our own unique background and story for how they became a WAVA student, but we all overcame the challenges of learning in an online environment and adapted to a different educational platform. Although we had tremendous help from parents, teachers, and counselors, we still had to take responsibility of our own education in the end. We learned to take advantage of the different resources that were made available to us in an online school, such as Class Connect sessions, additional links at the ends of online lessons, and most importantly, when time became desperate, searching up stuff on Google. That was a lifesaver sometimes. We had to set our own schedules to keep track of deadlines. Fortunately, at least for me, that meant a lot of last-minute submissions and shameless begging for my teachers to accept my work. We learned to communicate with our teachers, participate in discussions, and make sure our grades were up. And we did all of this while having to balance between school, our other commitments, and of course, the ever-painful process of college applications. Thank God that's over. While many aspects of WAVA were the same as a brick-and-mortar school, there were still a few challenges that we had to work our way around to make online learning a different, yet great experience. And for that, all of you graduates deserve a big round of applause. All right, now it's time for the inspirational, motivational, tear-jerking mumbo jumbo. But in reality, we have to look no further than ourselves for a source of encouragement. We might be seeing each other's faces for the first time today, but if you look around, we're all part of a diverse, unique student body at WAVA. Each one of us came from different backgrounds, with different learning styles and capabilities, but we all made it through 4 years of high school and overcame different obstacles on our way to a successful education. We learned many skills and life lessons and gained valuable experience as part of the process. We might have different goals and careers in mind after school, but as we enter this new chapter in our lives, we can still apply the skills and the lessons that we learned to improve ourselves and work towards a successful college education, successful professional career, and a successful life. And lastly, I want to leave you with a story. There was once a man who was passing by some elephants. He suddenly stopped, confused by the fact that these huge creatures were being held by a thin rope tied to their front leg. No chains, no cages, nothing. It was obvious that the elephants could at any time break away from their bonds if they wanted to, but they didn't. He saw a trainer nearby and asked why these animals just stood there and made no attempt to get away. Well, the trainer said, when they were very young and much smaller, we used the same size rope, and back then it was enough to keep them in place. As they grew up, they were conditioned to believe that they could not break away. They believe the rope can still hold them, and that's why they never try to get away. Just like the elephants, we often go through experiences of failure and rejection. Over time, this leads us to develop a belief that we aren't capable of doing certain things. Just because we failed at it one time, we consider it to be impossible, and therefore we limit ourselves to a confined world. We think that, I already tried once, it didn't work out, so what's the point of trying again? The truth is that this is just a mental block we place on ourselves, or our society places on us. Instead, we should look at failure as a stepping stone, as part of the process towards success. Sure, we might fail once, twice, 10 times, but eventually we will reach our goal. If we continue to persevere and learn from our mistakes and keep taking advantage of the opportunities we have, we will be able to redefine what we once considered impossible. The only real failure is in giving up when we have the chance to keep going. There is no shortcut to success, as my dad always says. The path is never supposed to be easy, but it's also never supposed to be impossible. Sure, we might need help along the way from our parents, teachers, or other people, but in the end, it's up to us to decide if we are willing to put in the effort to reach our goals, whatever those goals may be. The key is to take small steps, but remain consistent and always keep a futuristic mindset. And with that, I would like to thank all my WAVA teachers, Principal Ms. J.B. Evans, Head of School, Mr. Mark Cristiano, my counselors, Ms. Needham, and also Ms. Carr, as well as all of you, my fellow graduates. I couldn't have made it thus far without you. But most importantly, thank you to my family, especially my parents, who pushed me to accomplish everything I have done so far. And finally, if I could summarize what I'm trying to say here in one quote, it would be by NBA player Kevin Durant. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. No matter how good we might be at something, there will always be someone better, stronger, faster, more talented. Talent is something that different people are given in different amounts, but hard work is something that is self-taught. Sure, you can practice something until you master it, but no one can force you to do that hard work. That is why I like to say that working hard and being perseverant is the greatest talent a person can have. So I urge you, class of 2018, follow your dreams. Never back down from failure. Know that your greatest obstacles are the ones that you place on yourselves. Don't be like those elephants. Never take no for an answer. Instead, ask the question, why not? Why is it impossible? Why am I not good enough? Why should I not keep trying? Why? Thank you. Again, congratulations to the class of 2018. I wish you all the best. Have a good rest of the day.
Another round of applause, please, for Francis. This next school year, WAVA will be partnering with Kids at Hope program. Kids at Hope is a program that works with schools to inspire and empower all children to experience success, no exceptions. At this time, I would like to introduce you to the director of Kids at Hope, Mr. Rick Miller.
Good afternoon and congratulations to the graduates and to the families who have provided the support necessary for them to reach this achievement. I think we should stop for a second and celebrate each and every one of you before we celebrate the graduates. So look at your neighbors, the ones in front of you, the ones behind you, the ones outside of you, and just look at them and congratulate them as well for their achievement with this graduates class today. Anyone who would do that. It wasn't easy. And to each of the graduates today, I want you to think about yourself at 21, at 25, at 30, at 35. I want you to take that moment in your future and look back to today and thank yourself for today. Your 25-year-old, your 30, your 35-year-old thanking you for what you did for them today because you graduated and gave yourself a key to your future. I've been studying hope for the past 25 years. As a matter of fact, as a professor at Arizona State University, we have a center that studies hope 24/7. We want to understand where hope comes from, why some people seem to have a lot of it, some people seem to have a little bit of it, and why are there so many people that don't seem to have any of it. This energy force that we call hope deserves our attention, our study, our academic interest in it. And so about 28 years ago, I began a quest to understand where this energy force comes from. I want to share some of that with you because some of you have harnessed it, others are still looking for it, but once you obtain hope, when hope becomes part of who you are, you find yourself achieving more of your goals. You find yourself having better relationships with your peers, with your family, with your colleagues, with subordinates and superiors. You seem to be happier when you're hopeful. You seem to achieve more of your goals. You seem to be healthier and you live longer. If that's what hope gives you, why not seek it? Why not find out its dynamics and why not harness it for yourself? The opposite of hope is to be hopeless. You lack the ability to achieve your goals. You're not happy with life. You don't have these remarkable relationships with other human beings. You seem to be sicker longer, and you seem to live shorter lives. So given the choice to be hopeful or hopeless, where do we find hope? We think we find it in 4 different levels. That the first part of hope is that it's not found in risk, it's found in ourselves. In other words, for too long we believe that there's a certain level of risk that we experience each and every day that prevents us from achieving our goals. Things that don't go well for us. We learned that it wasn't the things that don't go well for you that prevent you from success, it's the absence of hope. That hope seems to navigate you over different obstacles and barriers and detours. The second thing we learned about hope is that hope is taught and learned. That you teach hope, that you teach reading, writing, math, and science. That hope is how you see the world. And you learn hope from other people. If other people that you hang around with are hopeful, you seem to be more hopeful than you would have been if you didn't hang around with hopeful people, which says to you, hope is taught where you seek out mentors of hope. If you hang around negative people, you tend to become negative. If you hang around positive people, you tend to become positive. We know that for a fact. If we're raised in a family that only speaks Spanish, we speak Spanish. If we're raised in a family that only speaks English, we speak English. If we're raised in a family that only speaks French, we speak French. If we're raised in a family that's hopeful, we become hopeful. If we're not raised in a family that's hopeful, then we have to seek hope someplace else. And the best place to seek it is amongst our friends and colleagues and other family members. Hang around with people who are hopeful. They will teach you hope, and then you have a responsibility. Once you have hope, is to give hope to someone else. Now, this concept of hope is a positive energy force that we understand comes from the way you see yourself first and foremost. We have 2 choices in which to perceive who we are. One is we can see ourselves as realists. A realist is someone who sees the past and determines the future based on that experience. Someone who sees the past and then base the future on that experience. So if it hasn't happened well in the past, the chances of it happening well in the future have been dramatically diminished. A realist is someone who sees a future that doesn't exist and creates that future. Now, I know a little bit about geniuses and realists because we studied geniuses in the terms of Alexander Bell and Thomas Edison and Albert Einstein. But we also know who the realists are, the people who tell you that there are certain things you cannot do because they haven't achieved it or they haven't seen you achieve it yet. So the difference, if you wanted a definition between the difference between a realist and a genius, a realist is someone who predicts the future based on the past. In other words, they say this: I won't believe it until I see it. So you know who you are, right? Because you use that expression constantly, but a genius says it differently. A genius says, I know I have to believe it before I see it. Once you believe something, then you're willing to invest the effort to have it accomplished. Once you see that you can find a vaccine for polio, you will seek a vaccine for polio. Once you believe you can find a vaccine for smallpox, you will seek a vaccine for smallpox. Once you believe you can find a cure for cancer, you will seek a cure for cancer, whether it's been sought and found or not, because you don't give up. Now, I've been happily married for 48 years. My wife been happily married for 6 months. And then she says they're not consecutive. She says she was married an hour and a half in 1981, 2 hours and 20 minutes in 1982, but they had up to 6 months. I discovered about 12 years ago I was married to a realist. And how did I discover that? My wife was watching our then 4-year-old grandson who just finished watching the video Peter Pan. What do you think our grandson thought he was after watching the video Peter Pan? He thought he was Peter Pan. So he gets on top of the couch, he yells over to Grandma, Grandma, watch me fly. But Grandma's a realist, so she yells back, don't jump off the couch and fall down and hurt yourself, break your arm, break your leg, undeviate your deviated septum. So what does my grandson do? Does he believe he's a realist or a genius? He believes he's a genius. He believes he can do things that other people can't do. So what does my grandson do? Doesn't jump. He does what? He flies off the couch. He lands safely on the floor. He spreads out his arms. He looks up at Grandma and says, but Grandma, it feels so good to fly. Now, I'm from Arizona. So in a few years, I'm taking my grandson to the Grand Canyon. I hope he doesn't say, Papa, watch me. But like the Wright brothers, he may find out he can't personally fly, but like the Wright brothers, he finds a way to fly. And that's what geniuses seem to understand that realists never get. They will find a way to fly. They will find a way to find a vaccine for polio or smallpox and never give up until they find a way to find a cure for cancer. You will not give up until you find a way to accomplish your goals. Because what you learn today about your education is your education isn't about making you the best in the world. Your education is about making you the best for the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to the Superintendent of Omak School District, Dr. Eric Swanson.
This is a wonderful day for me, and the gauntlet has been thrown down with the challenges of the last four speakers actually. I have a script here, but I don't know that I'm going to stay with it because I want to respond to some of the things I heard, but I will preface my remarks by saying that there is a theme going through this, and none of us have conferred with each other before today. So I didn't know what either student speaker was going to say, I didn't know what your principals was going to say, and I didn't know what was just going to be brought to you. But seniors, parents, and family members, and WAVA faculty and staff, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. If you're not sure why I am here, the guy from Omak, Washington, WAVA Middle School, High School, and Elementary School are part of the Omak School District. So you actually have a board of directors, you have a superintendent, that would be me, Mark, Cristiano, and your principals and I work very, very closely together to make sure this program works for you. I do want to thank you for all your support and hard work, parents, to get these young seniors engaged with help and support and making that personal investment that brings them to their success here. Today I want to share some ideas about success in life But I hope will help you move forward every day, and I'm speaking directly to the class. Parents, please listen, but it's for the seniors. Most importantly, I want you, our graduates, to connect to what I'm sharing in the hopes that will encourage and empower you on your own personal journey. Now, I know that in some instances, this might be a long shot, that you would even remember what I have to talk about today. I recall my high school principal on my graduation day, let's say long, long ago, in a land not too far from here, in Portland. For the record, his name was Jerome C. Lilly. He was a somewhat larger-than-life individual who gave up a career as a professional football player to be a high school teacher and then principal. In his opening remarks to our class on our graduation day in 1965, he said, "Welcome, graduates. It's been a long 4 years. And Bob, it's been a long 5 years." Just as he gave you a laugh, he did for us as well. It and my horrific sunburn under my graduation gown are the only two things I remember about that day. His remark and that sunburn. The sunburn quickly healed and was forgotten for the most part. But Mr. Lilly's words to Bob have never left my mind. Now, some might think he was picking on Bob for being behind, but I'm sure he was really passing praise along to Bob for not giving up. That was the secret that he imparted to many of us that day. You set your goal, work your plan, you'll make it. Whether it's to graduation, or climbing a mountain, or becoming a surgeon. Set your goal, work your plan, and you'll get there. Now, there are no guarantees on how long it will take or how many mistakes will be made along the way. Don't ever forget that. But if you set the goal and then start doing the work, you're going to get there. Some are like you think, okay, let's get this over with. I get that. And he's the fifth speaker. So, on the other hand, I'll bet there are one or two Bobs here in the room, whether it's in the class or among your parents and family. It took you a little bit longer to get where you wanted to go. You had to work a little bit harder. And it might have been a real struggle. The important part of my message today is really this. Getting to your goals is possible. It may be really tough and seem impossible, but for the most part, they are doable. Here I must say, okay, let's keep it real. If you have bad eyesight, you probably won't get to be a fighter pilot. But that does not mean that you can't design or help build the next best fighter aircraft, if that's what you want to do. I personally have terrible vision, and thanks to surgery, it's been corrected a lot. But I wanted to be that fighter pilot, and it wasn't going to work out. Then I realized years later when I met a person with the same kind of eye conditions, who was an Air Force officer, and he said, well, I couldn't be a pilot, so I became the operations officer for the SR-71 Blackbird. And that's a very, very fast aircraft that flies at 90,000 feet and 2,000 miles an hour. That's the guy that rides in the back seat. The guy in the front's the pilot, he's the driver, but the guy in the back seat commands the mission. And he said, I couldn't fly it, but it didn't say that I couldn't fly in it. And that was the way he took his goals. And it worked out very, very well. Today you're graduating from high school. This is a landmark step into your future. You worked hard, some harder than others to be sure, but you're here. You may have encountered barriers that seem impossible, but you're here. You persisted and you've made it to this place. This today is not an end. This afternoon, after the celebrations, the next part of your journey begins. Or in some cases, it already has begun and you've chosen your path. The journeys ahead will be part of what shapes the rest of your life. The realities of the past are anchor points for you to draw wisdom from, or at least make you aware of what you don't want in your life. And let's be honest, there are some things that some of us, even at 17 or 18 years old, would rather not ever see again. And that's fine. Don't lose track of them, but don't get lost in them. That's the other point I feel I have to make. If you're unhappy or dissatisfied with your current place or situation, well then change it. You have the power. and also the legal authority. After all, nearly all of you now, or very soon, will all be adults with a level of education and the power to make change. But this does not mean run away. That means make purposeful change, taking deliberate actions to create the reality, not a virtual reality, the reality that you want. Engage the struggle, persist, blaze a trail if needs be. As a late friend once told me, there's nothing but fear holding you back. It's been said to become expert in anything, it takes about 10,000 hours of applied work, effort, and practice to become that expert. We see this most readily in outstanding athletes and performers, but the measure applies in every line of endeavor. Albert Einstein worked thousands of hours to develop his theory of special relativity, and thousands more to convince the scientific community that he had proof. The British author, theoretical physicist, and cosmologist Stephen Hawking not only put in the thousands of hours of study and research, but did it through the challenges of ALS from a wheelchair, speaking through a computer system responding to his eye movement to explain the relationships of time and the expanding universe. We all have our challenges, barriers, and hardships. There's nothing but fear holding you back. There's so much more the old guy here would like to share with you, but time doesn't allow for that. One last idea. Don't be afraid to make a mistake or risk not being perfect. Do what you're going to do. Look at how it works. Make adjustments or improvements as you go along and when it makes sense, but do something even if it's wrong. Failing only because reality will come to you and everything else is a test run. One last piece of wisdom. This came from my mother. She told me a long, long time ago, I didn't know it was impossible, so I did it. I'll leave you with this. Go, do, thrive, change, and lead. Make this a better world for all of us. We tried, but I think you can do better than my generation did. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Swanson. The greatest achievement in high school is to graduate and earn a diploma. Seniors, you have worked hard these past 4 years, or 5 in the case of Bob, and are receiving your diplomas today. The names of each student will be read by our fantastic ASB advisors, Mrs. Peterson and Mr. Holmes. Your principal, Mrs. Jamie Evans, will present you with your diploma. So at this time, I would like to invite our seniors to please stand up and line up the way we practiced like 8 times earlier.
Labika Ali.
Addie Amen.
Jordan Bailey. Brendan Bancroft Connors.
Vanessa Bautista Elias.
Olivia Gordon.
Michaela Bruley. Amy Burke.
Jacob Burnett.
Macy Bird. Trinity Cadell.
Miracle Carmen.
Rebecca Chamberlain.
Damian Chin. Tristan Claypool.
William Connor. Ayako Corso.
Haley Davis. Casey Donbaugh.
Heather Decker.
Natalie Garrett.
Jared Dexter.
Malia Elliott.
Garrett Fisher. Kaylee Gaines.
Eric Garcia.
Jeff Gaston. Janisha Goodnight.
Zoe Gordon.
Morgan Gregory.
Danielle Gritton.
Ashton Brogan.
Saren Grout. Timothy Haley.
Leah Heath.
Heather Hedges.
How you official, free handshakes.
Alexis Henderson.
Alexis Herbert.
Bryce Hoffman.
Brandon Hogan.
William Eustace.
Kylie Johnson.
Colton Johnson.
Zoe Kiefer.
Ashley Kemper.
Alexa Kirshner. Julianne Kidwell.
Ashlyn King.
Come on, Ashlyn!
Diana Kamar.
Hallie LaSalle. Enzo Lafont.
Congratulations, mon fils.
Abdurrahman Larichi.
Ashley Larson.
Gabriella Lee.
Kira Little.
Chelsea Long.
Sabrina Loomis.
Angelica Lopez.
Genesis Lopez.
Zakia Lyons.
Matt Tilich.
Ellie McCracken.
Peyton McMahon.
Hayden Medlock.
Edward Mahaffey.
Ezra Meredith.
Norina Milker.
Abdullah Mohammed.
James Moorfield. Sarah Olver.
Ashley Peterson.
Alexander Robinson.
Renee Rose. Christina Sopotnikova.
Madison Saul. Marissa Scown.
Peyton Smith.
Kristen Snow.
Alexander Steele.
Carla Tanner.
Marcus Taylor.
Jace Thompson.
Riley Thornton.
Alicia Tomberg. Sadie Travis.
Franzen Villavicencio.
Alyssa Viella. Ella Verdell. Taylor Roman. Alice Wagner.
Brenna Walker.
Cassidy Walters. Shania Watts.
Quinn Weimer.
Charles Wendler.
Mariah Wheeler.
Kyle Williams.
Hey, congratulations. That's last. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you, graduates. And thank you, Mrs. Taylor, for creating that wonderful slideshow. Round of applause, please. And even though Mrs. Taylor writes this whole script for me, as you can see, she does a whole lot more. And so, again, thank you, Patty, for all her hard work. And now, Mrs. Evans will give the pronouncement. Mrs. Evans.
Thank you, Mr. Cristiano. Hey, I want just a little bit of help. Alice and Haley, can you come back up and join me for a moment? That'd be awesome. Come on. All right. As the principal of Washington Virtual Academies and on behalf of the OMEC School District, I now pronounce the class of 2018 graduated. Graduating class, if you could please stand. On the count of 3, can we please turn off tassels? 1, 2, 3.
Again, a round of applause for our graduates of 2018. Well done. On behalf of our graduates, speakers, and Washington Virtual Academy, thank you all for coming out today. Please join us in the lobby for a reception afterwards. Again, congratulations. Thank you all.
Just want to let you guys know you're on quiet
Can you find the website on your website?
It's actually, the link is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's streaming live on YouTube, but the link was sent out. We can get the link. How about this? I will find you with a link. All right.
Did he sleep through the whole thing?
Pretty much.
That's
That's right.
Come on, Veronica.
Take you on to the inside with like How's that silly umbrella? Very nice. You did it. I saw one person that was I can't
You know what it was 25 and I had
develop the list and people.
I think it was quite
I don't know, that's debatable. Just kidding. Paying for the free food. All of us are just. How about you guys get one, just the parents and the.
Everybody look here and smile.
I'll forget your phone, buddy. Don't use your phone. Use your mom. Just forget your phone. Your mom can send you pictures. Okay. No.
Yeah, I guess I was talking with the kids. Wait, how about. You might as well be in here. I think Dad should be in here. Dad was already in it. Can you go in? I don't have a picture with you with.
Real close.
Anybody in there?
I look like this, Alexa. Oh, yeah. I have one of this Alexa. I didn't get real great. She's the queen of the day. Alexa.
What about going in and out? I mean, why?
Let's take a one and come in and I know people are good.
I got the lens with wrong lens on it.
Hey, smile.
You're at it. You're in it. Kristen, you got it. Okay, why don't you go in front?
I'll be with you. Like it's all teeth dry out. Like, I've been into